The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am is fine with me. Coming in, you know what that means. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Okay, so welcome to our show. We are so glad you're here. It is April 23rd, 2019. It's Tuesday, so it must be What's the Story with Maria. Now, I want to let you guys know, I have a little disclaimer. Both my guests are on their way. They both had super busy days today, and they are both on their way. So Yuval David is a couple of blocks away. He'll probably get here first. And then Erin Cherry is on her way. She's teaching. So I want to just welcome our guests so far. Ed Kutu from Blade Salon is joined us. Rena Crugnali, everybody's flying in. Rena Crugnali from Massachusetts has joined us. Leo Rodriguez has joined us. By the way, did everybody see Leo's promo that he made of the show? Incredible. Leo, you have outdone yourself. Richard Skipper has joined us. Annette Zito has joined us. Hi, Annette. Brendan Ryan has joined us. Hi, Captain. How are you? Kyle de Blasio has joined us. And Bill Goffey has joined us so far. Colleen Powers has joined us. Hi, Colleen Powers. Okay, so I am, both guests are on their way. So as soon as they get here, we're going to start the interviews. But I will tell you, the reason that I put these guests together is because they are both actors and they are both socially conscious people. I can't say enough about how alike they are in that way. So they're both actors. They're both producers. They both have their own shows and video blogs, and they're people that get involved with what's happening. And so as soon as they get here, I'll let you know about that. So we want to also let you know that you can watch us right here on Facebook live every Tuesday night, and you can listen to us live. Let's say that you are not near Facebook, but you're near a computer, or maybe you're at work and you can't go to Facebook, and you want to listen to us live. ArmedDigitalMedia.com, ArmedRadioGlobal.com. Those are the two ways that you can listen to us. After our show, it goes into podcasts at Spotify.com, iHeartRadio.com, and also on Spreaker. Those are our podcasts. Now, this is episode 93. So that means that there are 92 episodes before that. So please feel free when you're listening to podcasts to go back, whatever you listen to, Spotify or iHeartRadio or Spreaker, and type in What's the Story with Maria. I know Spotify goes all the way back to the beginning of our show. I think, and Spreaker. iHeartRadio, I believe, goes back to like episode 52 or something. So one of my guests has arrived, and he is stunning. We're already live, Yuval.
We're already live.
Oh my goodness! And this is Rizzo. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wait.
So
this is a better gift.
This is Rizzo, my dog. She is my co-host. Sometimes you see her. Here, sit here, my love. Sit right here. I know.
Oh, here.
Because Erin's going to join us too, so you're going to be right there. Thank you for. Hi.
Hi.
This is a true New York moment. Oh, she likes you. Come here, Rizzo.
Like
let's let
Wait,
Yuval take a
now
break.
I got a kiss from Rizzo, and I got a kiss from you. But
What do you have? What did you bring me?
I will never come empty-handed.
Well, thank you. I mean, you don't
You should
have to.
open it. It's a gift
All
for
right,
you.
all right,
I mean,
let's see.
It's weird
I'm
for
gonna
me
put
to
Rizzo
open
down.
it. Yeah, Rizzo, I know you're
So
excited.
I know you're going to tell me why you are running around today, because you're
Oh my
doing
God.
so many things. Here, I have water for you.
Oh, I could use some water.
Yep, there you go.
You know,
You're
water.
hydrating.
Oh wow! Now
Isn't
I
he
can look
cute as a button? Oh
no,
my God!
I don't know. This hair is
Wait
really
till
a
you
mess.
see all the links. I sent Leo Rodriguez. He is our accidental intern.
Leo Rodriguez.
Yes, I sent him all the links that you that you sent me and Steven sent me, so he's going to post them, but I also
Wonderful.
tagged a lot of them. What might this be?
Oh, come on.
How did you know that I love chocolate?
How could you not love chocolate?
And look at these things.
Joined your channel.
Oh my God. Look what Yuval brought me. They are delicious Easter eggs. Petite.
Les petites...
Say it.
Les petites souris.
Oh my God.
Au caramel très 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 tendre, au chocolat noir et
Wow.
au lait.
Oh, that
You
is
know?
so sexy.
Just because you're Italian doesn't mean I can't bring in some
No,
French.
can I tell you
Wait,
something?
I'm going to grab a napkin. I'm schwitzy. Look
Are
at
you
this. I've been
schwitzing?
running
All right,
all day.
here, sweetheart. Here.
De-schwitzification.
Take a minute. Don't worry about it. Listen, people are glowing. People are glowing. You are glowing.
Really?
This is a New York moment. We start the show. Yuval is on his way because he's coming from another engagement.
Yes.
Erin is on her way because she was teaching, so she
Wonderful.
should be here soon. Now, let's start off with tell me what you were doing today. This
Oh
is
my
a true
gosh.
New York interview. So,
Wow. Well, first of all,
I know
you know,
from here. Usually,
you want so much attention.
well, you know what it is. If you come
Just
over,
like my
if you were
husband.
here a tiny bit earlier, then she would have gotten used to you. But now she's
I
like,
know.
oh, who is this guy?
I actually hate being late.
No, that's all right.
It's-
It's a New York moment. Tell me about it.
Oh gosh, what can I tell you about today?
Today, just
It's,
today. Here's a typical day in the life of Yuval David.
3 production meetings, a press interview. Still managed to make it to CrossFit because
Now that is
Body by
dedication.
CrossFit.
Wow,
We're
that was
trying.
sexy the way you did that.
Well, I don't know, trying. I'm learning. Right? You're young. I get kisses. I do CrossFit so I can get kisses. No, I actually happen to be married, so I'll get kisses.
Yeah,
if
you'll
I
get
don't do
kisses even
CrossFit.
if you don't do.
So I produce nearly a dozen web series. I'm pitching them out to networks. I have follow-up meetings from them. I'm writing the sequel to a short film that I wrote and directed, co-wrote and directed, that's been winning awards.
Tell me about that. So let's.
So first of all, you can see.
I mean, you
all
have
of
so
this
much stuff. I
amazing
was looking
content.
at your bio. I mean, I love all your stuff anyway. But I was
Well, I
looking
love
at
all
bio.
of your stuff.
Well, thank you. That's why we get along. We appreciate each other, and I think
I
that's
have
the key.
loved this woman since.
Since you were a puppy, and I've loved you since you were a little baby.
Wow.
I mean,
since
old enough to-
2002, I
Right,
came
so-
to New York, did a very short-lived Broadway show, like very short-lived, and met you at the Duplex.
Right. And we've been friends
Maria
ever
made me cry by singing.
Was it Yuval? What was it?
Landslide? Is that the
Oh,
name
you
of the
love
song?
Landslide. You love.
Well, I love you singing
All right,
Landslide.
well, thank
I
you.
love you anyway, and I love the song.
And I love you.
Well, good.
You see, and we get along great.
Oh, and then just fell in love. You made New York very approachable and Hamish to me. Do you know what
What's Hamish means? Tell me. That's a beautiful word.
Hamish. Now say
Well,
it
it's
with a
not-
little bit more inflection. Hamish.
Hamish, is that a
Hamish.
Yiddish word?
It is. It
I love
means,
Yiddish
it means
words.
homey.
Oh.
Haim means home.
Now, since we are on the Yiddish, I looked at your. I mean, I know you're Jewish, of course, because I also, I follow you, and I know that you do all these amazing things with involved with Israel.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching a lot of your stuff, and you really, it's another reason why I put you and Erin together, because you're both very, very socially conscious people, and I love that. And I was looking at. I have to read what I just wrote this down from your bio that I loved. Yeah, it's just.
You're welcome to eat some of the chocolate.
Oh
I
no,
gave
that's later. That's later. I have
You think
to.
she's
I
gonna
reward
regift it?
myself.
Are you gonna regift
No,
it?
I'm not. What are you
you.
kidding
This
me?
is good chocolate.
I don't re-gift chocolate.
Just
That's
checking.
ridiculous. I eat everything.
Good.
All right. So you said art is a reflection of society.
It is.
I love that. And then and then it said that with you, it's a master class in using art as a fundamental agent for social change. That's what it says about you.
Thank you.
Somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
So watching you now, so I love all that about you.
But it's and back to one of the reasons why we love each other is because that's about you as well. When you get up there and sing a song, you're reflecting yourself. You're reflecting the communities that you're part of, but you bring everybody in.
Well, I
to
don't
the
know
way
any
you
other
are.
way.
Exactly.
That's just like the way that my family is,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that. I mean, I think that isn't that the best feel? Isn't that why we're performers in the first place?
Absolutely.
Because we want to connect with other human beings on that level that is so amazing, and the fact that we have the opportunity to do that.
See, you're answering the question yourself because it makes sense to you. Art is a reflection of society. When we create our when we create our art, we...
Hold on one second.
Oh, yeah.
How we doing, Jimmy? Can you hear us?
You gotta either talk up or get the mic closer.
Okay, so we can raise our voices. We're
All right.
both.
Yeah, I can
we're
definitely
both,
raise my...
actors. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I see a microphone and I get
know.
into my voiceover voice.
No, just
No, I
be
know.
you.
I know. So
But
art
then
as
I want to talk about your voices because you do so many accents. I could not believe I was watching your reel. I could not believe how many accents
Well,
you do.
we'll get to that in a
Okay,
moment. I just
but
want to
let's
mention
keep
this.
going.
Art as a reflection of society. Art represents society. When historians look back at cultures and civilizations,
Absolutely.
we have archaeologists who can go into archaeological digs, and we will look at the art that these people created to understand who these people are. We will look at the hieroglyphics. We will look at the paintings on vases. We will look at any form of art, sculpture, anything we can understand. And then, since the dawning of being able to record art, photograph it, to film it, to read it, we're now able to see how plays and poetry and film.
And you just said, when you mentioned plays, like I think about even before there was film and even before there was photography and anything like that, there were plays that people could share with each other from town to town, country to country, and spread all over the world. And books that people could read and be influenced about other nations. And, like people they didn't have televisions or radio
But they understood the concept of the narrative. They understood the concept of
storytelling.
The story. That's been around since cave people would gather around a fire and tell stories to explain that big question, why? Why is this? Why is that? And that's what we do as artists, as performers. We share a narrative. We share a story through our creativity in order to use that as a vehicle to tap hearts and to tap into people's minds. So, for example, when you sing your music, when you perform, sometimes you'll do stuff that you create yourself, and sometimes you will take a song that was written and is known to be performed by somebody else, but you make it your own. So I mentioned Landslide. Of all the singers I've heard here sing this one song, you're the one who repeatedly would get me at this bar sobbing because
so
I felt the story and I resonated with you. So you tell a story.
Well, you know what? It's fun. Here's what I'm going to... And you're the same way as a performer. This is how I feel. First of all, if you're going to put your name on something, put your name on it. I mean, it's your signature, so put your heart in it. But what I feel about like singing and acting and performing anything is I almost feel like we are vessels.
I love that you said the word vessel.
I love
it's like
true.
part of this new concept
really?
that I'm trying to discover. What am I? So I have this brand statement, and I recommend that everybody has a brand statement. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Right? So what is that you do? So mine became, I am an actor, host, and social journalist who aims to entertain, lift, and inspire.
Beautiful. I read that and I loved it. And it's not phony. Sometimes you read people's websites and you're like, oh my God, this person is definitely not this.
If you ever have that moment with my stuff, tell me. You better call me and say, yo,
when I read it, I said, that's exactly who he is. But that is who you are.
But it's a vessel.
I believe that as performers, I mean, this is my belief, you and I happen to share the same belief, and I love that, is that we are vessels. We're vessels it's like being wind chimes, and the wind comes through you. And so, like, for instance, when I do a song, I feel like I am a vessel, and I know my feelings about that song. So now I have the universe is sending me all this energy with this song, and the piano player, they're always amazing. These musicians that we work with, they are putting their love into something. So, I have to pull it through my body, and what comes through there is the sound that that's what it is. As a vessel, I'm choosing to pull the arrangement, my intention, and how I feel about the song, and also the audience. Like if you come in and you ask for Landslide, I know how much you love that song. I'm flattered, but I also love it, so I'm also singing it for you. So it's like I know we're getting but that's the way we
that's
think.
What we are. That's what
and if you're there, great. If you're not, maybe you will be. But our audience is amazing. So that's how I feel. And that's why actors Good actors really, really move me. Dancers blow my mind if I see, because I don't do that. But like a dance piece, any kind of art.
But you think you mentioned, I love the concept of vessel, but audience. An audience isn't a passive thing. An audience is very active. You sense their energy. We know it from theater. We know it from music. We know it from dance. But now that so much of my creativity is expressed through film and television and voiceovers,
right?
I think about the audience. I think, how am I affecting, or how might I affect this person? And I think, well, who's going to absorb this content? Who's going to watch this film? Who's going to listen to this voiceover recording? Who's going to watch this television show or documentary? And that's about amazing. That shared energy.
That's great. That is great. And I think that is part of why what you do comes through. I mean, it's like, I love watching you. I would actually, some of the stuff I was watching you real scared me, because you're such a sweet guy, but some of your characters were very intense.
Yeah,
I
love it.
Whoa,
I love it.
Like, how did he get there? Because you're like a dog.
Don't you think that wait, I cut you off during a compliment. No, keep going.
No, but you are. You're so sweet, but some of these characters, and then I really want
to. And doll face is all I get.
Well, you're a beautiful guy, but some of these characters are really intense and scary and threatening.
Yeah.
So I was like, Yuval.
Well, here's something that I describe about that. I've been gifted to play a bunch of villains lately.
Yeah, and you have.
I think that the best people, I don't know if that's a big statement, but you know what, I'll just go with it. The people who are the most good at heart understand evil, understand the opposite the most. And it doesn't mean that it's in them or within them, but you understand the negativity. So to combat it, you're positive. You understand what it means to be bad.
You've been on the other end of it.
So you are good because of that, and because you also understand goodness and positivity. So you try to enrich it. But my understanding of how important it is to be good and to be charming and sweet and uplifting and entertaining and make people feel better about themselves, also because I've seen the exact.
Wow.
So I use that
it was
when
really
I play
intense. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, because it was blowing my mind, I know, I love it, is that you do so many voices. Like, I couldn't believe how many accents. These acting roles you had, the French, like you just did it, but the French accent was there. There was a Russian accent in there. Yeah. What are some of the other ones that you had? I mean,
I can do just about every accent a human.
I couldn't believe how many there were. So when you go on an audition, are you submitted because of your accent?
Yes.
Okay. So that's one of the things that stands out.
For most of my professional career, I've mostly gone out for foreign roles. So anything, a guy who looks like me, I'm so schwitzy. Why do I have to look at myself here?
Well, you don't have to, but you look beautiful. Don't worry.
Look, I'm
you
so
see, I set some nice. Let's take a second, because I want to see where our audience is at, and then remember.
Wait, somebody mentioned CrossFit.
See what I mean?
Scroll down.
Now,
where is that?
Now, also, Leo is going to post all of your
CrossFit. Annette
does CrossFit too.
Annette Zito.
Yeah.
Zito.
Annette Zito. Chris DePiero has joined us. Peg Gallagher, Kenny Holcomb has joined us.
You know why?
Sharon Barnett,
I
Joyce
to post
Savino.
This on my
Joyce.
Facebook.
Yeah, you can share it to your. Oh, you can share it at the end. Don't worry about it.
No, I'll share it now.
After it doesn't matter. It's fine.
I already I had you live. Look.
You do?
Well, I had you from a moment ago.
Oh, I love that. There she is.
Oh
my God. Hi, Joyce. What are you doing here so early? Joyce is my cousin. She has a hair salon, so they usually don't get out till 9.
Oh, Joyce, maybe you could fix my hair.
I know, me too, Joyce. I got a lot of hair tonight.
Oh, you have great hair.
Chocolatina Q Dessert Rick Style. Oh my. Maria Filiomani has joined us. We are blowing up.
Something's delicious. That's a dreamy man. Annette. Annette's dreamy.
He is dreamy. I told you that.
So sweaty.
Jeannie Soul has joined. So many people. George Hernandez. Leo, Fred Baldessaro.
Leo Rodriguez. Oh, right. You posted my website. Thank you.
Leo post is so
great. Hey, there's a Cohen
like
there. There's one.
Where's the Cohen?
Right,
Jill Cohen. She's one of my best friends.
Wait, my cousin, her name is Jill Cohen as well.
Is that true?
Yeah. But, you know, I'm sure there are so many Jill Cohens out there.
Wait,
but how do I share you directly onto my page?
Okay, so go to my Facebook page.
But I'm on the What's the Story with Maria?
Yeah, well, sometimes it pops up there and sometimes it doesn't.
You want me to go to your page?
You can go to Maria Maria's my
All right,
page.
see, I'm
Yeah, there I
already
am. And it should be coming in live right now. Okay, you see it
Wait.
now? Oh no,
Was live.
that was the. I don't know.
Hold on, let me
That's all right.
refresh.
We'll do
Let me
it. Yeah, refresh.
Oh, no, I love this.
We'll figure it out.
This is what's cool about social media.
I know. I gotta tell you.
Oh, wait, there we are.
There we are.
How do
now
I-
you just go to share
Share.
and share now.
Wait, hold on. Let me share it on.
You can share it
Page.
anywhere you want, and you just share now.
So cool. Oh,
Um,
and it's Steven, my publicist, who's writing Hey Guys.
Hi, Steven. He was very nice. He reached out to me.
See, I only know like Levine's, but he separated the Le and Vine, so he's like Levine. It's very
wow.
classy.
Yeah, something. You surround yourself with classy people. I see that now.
It makes me feel better
Yeah,
about
well,
life.
you
You're a
have to.
classy person.
Well, I'm trying. I'm working.
You're not
on it.
trying,
Tonight.
you're doing.
I'm waiting to see what I cooked for us. I'll tell you later.
Oh, I
Not
love
right
food.
now.
Wait, you know what? Hold
ahead,
on,
tell
I'm
me.
correcting you for a moment. You just said you're trying to be classy. So I love Star Wars.
You do.
I love Star Wars.
Wow, my
sci-fi,
next door neighbor
love it.
Dana. Oh my God,
So
he loves
Yoda says, there is no try. There is only do or do not. Right? And that applies to life. There is no try, there's only do or do not. So, Maria, you've never tried to be classy. You just are.
Thank you, honey.
You have class. Class is learned. Class
Well, I
is
can thank
born
my mother
with.
for that. I'll tell you.
I'm going to thank your mother.
Yep.
You
All
have
right.
good
So
genes.
you know what? I do have a great family.
And
I
look
will
at these
say.
jeans. I need
I
to
will
buy
say,
new jeans. You have
um,
some nice jeans on.
I'm a Levi's girl. You know what I like about Levi's? Once you know your size, you can just order them.
You know what happens to me?
What?
I always can I stand up?
Yeah,
I'm going to show
please.
my crotch for a second. I always wear out like this part of my pants. Do you wear that out? All of my pants
not
from
really.
like walking and.
Is that true? Oh my goodness.
I
Okay,
thought
good.
it was like a normal thing. I always wear out the crotch in my pants.
I can't believe
And
it.
my jeans, they wear out.
Well, you know what?
That-
So
that's- that
Erin has
wasn't
joined
meant
us.
to. Erin's
Erin,
here.
sit right here, and then we're gonna actually. You know what, sweet
What do you want
pea?
me to do?
No, stay here. Actually, you're taller. So
I'm taller?
yeah, you are taller.
Nobody ever says it. Can you say
Tonight,
that
I think
louder?
you're. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know.
Erin,
Maybe
how
Erin is
tall are
taller,
you?
but well, that's Rizzo. Don't worry, she's fine. She's just excited that you're
How
here.
tall are you?
Rizzo, come here.
5'5".
Oh my God, Maria! I
Are
know
you
you're
taller?
shorter.
I'm a shorty.
I already
Rizzo,
know
come here, Rizzo. Come here. Come here. I got a treat for you. Oh, she likes you, Erin. All right, she'll be
Erin,
fine.
I'm gonna give Erin
Usually,
a hug.
give Erin a hug. Okay, so you see what's
I
happening
will.
today. These are true New York moments. You've all grabbed Rizzo for a second. will you,
Rizzo,
there?
come here.
Oh my God.
Oh God,
She's so
Rizzo.
excited. Just
How
look at
can
her.
you not be?
Because I love
She's
dogs.
so excited. You like dogs too?
I grew up with them.
You did? Oh, you got to tell us. All right, so we're going to come very close, Yuval. Now that
I've
you're
heard
both
that
here, come close. Isn't he cute? He was just, Erin, you came in, Yuval was talking about so many things.
Look how beautiful
Oh,
she
look at,
is.
Hi.
hi, Cherry, come. Now, I'm used to
Where am I
calling you
sitting?
Cherry. You're going to
I
sit
know.
right
I go
here.
by Cherry. I prefer that.
I like it too, but I didn't want to. I
Oh,
know
please,
that you're
Cherry,
actually
Erin
name's
does
Cherry.
Cherry.
Okay,
Hi.
so Yuval has been here for a little while. He was running late because he was coming from an interview.
Oh, I was sweaty too.
I know.
Erin,
It's like
you're here.
Hold on.
I have a glow.
Oh, me too.
That's what I
Oh,
just
wait.
said.
No, I've been glowing this
I
whole time.
actually use my
Powder?
You want
Yeah,
to use
the
your
powder.
powder? Whatever you want. I love these actors.
Wait,
They're
is it
always
a-
prepared with
Is it
their
a powder?
powders.
Is it
and-
tinted powder?
Yeah, it's my
Oh, then that won't work.
Yeah, it won't work for you.
No.
Rizzo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rizzo, come here,
Hey, I
come
have
here.
a question for the people out there. So I get a little schwitzy every once in a while. What kind of powder should I use? I don't know.
You know
anything
what?
about makeup.
Wait a minute. You don't
Other than, like,
understand.
the makeup
You have
artists are
hit
like-
the right I
Yeah?
sell skincare. You know that, right?
Oh, she
I don't know if you
does.
know. I sell amazing
Oh,
skincare.
I could use some.
You want it right now?
Well, I don't.
Not right now. You look wonderful. Come here. You're fine. You're beautiful. You don't.
Oh my God. that's so
Later
great.
on, I'll show you some wonderful
Please.
little tricks.
Hello. Okay, I'm back.
so
Okay.
everybody,
oh,
this is Erin
Let me
Cherry.
see.
I call her
Oh,
Cherry.
Lord.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know what everybody else calls her. but
My name is Erin Cherry, but I go by Cherry, and I prefer Cherry.
I love it. I love it. So that's what we call you, Cherry.
Yes.
Okay, so now, Cherry, where are you coming from? right now?
I had a coaching. I teach at Maggie Flanagan Studio on 27th and 7th.
That's right near where I
And
live.
oh, really? Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say my address.
Okay, I know, of course.
Don't do it.
And so I was doing a private coaching, and so I had to run from there to here,
And you made it.
and I made
And
it.
you look stunning.
I had 2 auditions today.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm leaning in the
You're
microphone
so-
like I'm on. I'm
That's
leaning in like I'm on radio.
Yeah,
I don't
but you
need to
are
lean
on
in.
radio.
I
This
know,
actually
you know.
goes into radio. This,
Okay.
This one goes right into the radio station,
Okay.
Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, Armed Radio Global. This is our Facebook Live mic. It goes
Okay.
into Facebook.
Whoa,
So
love
we're
it.
recording 2 things at the same
Okay.
time.
So
So
I have the same microphone at home.
do you?
I
I
need to
like
get- I
this
need to get a
microphone.
mic.
Well, I do.
I may
do a lot
upgrade
of
it, though.
Yeah, I do. Apogee's good because I take it when I travel. I have to record voiceovers a lot. And, even though I got out of the closet, I go back into the closet to record voiceovers.
Well, good for you.
Oh my God, the more that's in the closet, the better the sound is.
I know, no, but that's what everybody says.
Yeah, if
You'll
I'm at a
have
hotel,
to, you know what,
I
you'll
take
have to
that
come over and
blanket
show
from
me
the
how to
top
do
Can I
shelf.
take
it.
the scarf off?
You
Take
can
it
do
off.
anything you want. You guys are just
safe.
Let me
very
just,
clear. We're just having fun.
it's getting chilly outside, so.
It is getting chilly. Did
Yeah.
you get your water? Did I give
I
you
would
water?
love some water.
Wait, what's this? Here.
That's Cherry's.
Okay.
All right, so Cherry,
Hi.
now, wait a minute.
I had 2 auditions today. That's
I
where we
know
left
you
off.
did. So tell us. So Erin, Cherry, I call her Cherry. Cherry's going to tell us about her 2 auditions, and then
Oh, gosh.
we must remember where you are going this week because it's very important.
Oh,
It's
next
big.
week,
It's
okay.
big. It's big. You're
Um,
going to love this.
So okay, so
So were your auditions
today was a long day.
a day in the life of Erin Cherry?
But it was a last minute kind of day where my manager emailed me and texted me and called me at 11:30 last night.
Oh, that's big. That means big things are happening.
And we're
today.
like, urgent, you have an audition today. So I had to go in for a TV show today that they gave me last night. So I was like, I'm not going to be ready off book for this. Okay.
How many?
It was like 4 pages,
Of
but
size.
but little short ones. But still, it was still stressful because it's the last minute. I'm like, actors are not machines, and we're not, right? And then I was supposed to put an audition on tape tomorrow, and then my manager emailed me and said they want it today.
Wow.
So I was just like, what is happening?
You're blowing up, baby.
I
That's
know,
what
but I
happens.
was like,
I
let
know.
me just, okay, I need that Regina King money though.
Regina King, what?
I need her paycheck.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
Regina King money.
Right?
Listen,
Exactly.
Regina King earned it, and
That's what I'm saying.
You're earning it now.
Well, if I can get
Back
the
from
Regina,
Regina days. Man,
I love
got
it.
227.
I loved it.
Now,
Anyway.
please tell everybody where you're going this week. Cause it's
Next
big.
week. Oh,
Next
May
week.
1st. May 1st.
Tell us.
I'm going to LA May 1st to the May 7th because I've been nominated for an Emmy.
All right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. This is the caliber of people I have on the show tonight.
That's amazing.
Do you understand? All right.
Tell
So
us about this.
Tell us
Emmy.
about this Emmy. Go ahead.
Oh gosh. I'm just taking my breath. It's been a long day.
Take your time. I
know
made
that
delicious food for you.
Okay,
What do you
just
say?
water. I just can't. I needed this.
Isn't
Okay.
that good? So,
Mhm.
okay, so Jerry has been nominated
Anytime.
for an Emmy, and she was going out to LA
For the Emmys.
for the Emmys.
It started 2 years ago. I want to say, what's it? 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to do this show called After Forever.
After Forever.
It's on Amazon Prime
I
Video.
tagged it.
Okay, Amazon Prime Video. I play Brenda. Brenda is the best friend of the lead, who's played by Kevin Spiritus, who's from Days of Our Lives. If you're so okay, well,
I
see,
was
I
on
was-
Days of Our Lives.
Oh, you
You
were?
were?
Oh,
Look
so
at
good.
this.
Look at this.
So
I
crazy.
hope maybe if Kevin's watching, or I'll make sure.
Yeah,
I
then you
have
can
to
share
send
it
it to
on.
him.
I can, look at how cool is that. I'm
It's a
telling
small
you.
world.
It's a small world.
It's a small world
So
of working actors.
see, exactly, small big world, and Mitchell Anderson, who was Doogie Howser's dad, he's on the show with us, and basically, I play his work wife. We work together in the show, and we become friends over a tragedy. I don't want to say it to watch the
Right,
show.
don't give it away.
And we become close. And fast forward to him texting me and calling me saying, "Guess what? Work wife been nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actress."
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my.
I
That's
know.
really
I know.
It's
So
a big deal.
See, I just
I let
love
you-
Yeah, you got some good, you got some good energy there.
yes.
Now, another reason that I
Thank
put,
you, thank you
so
so much.
first of all, I want to because I would normally have given you guys this little thing before the show started, but since you were coming from other places, so people, as we're Facebook Living, will sometimes some might ask questions. Leo has been nice enough. Leo Rodriguez, my friend, an amazing human being.
Muchísimas gracias.
Yeah.
Leo Rodriguez.
And he
Leo
is
Rodriguez.
posting all the websites and I sent him all the information, so all.
Oh, he's doing all that for you?
Yes, he does
Leo,
it for us.
thank you.
Leo's
Leo,
amazing.
Leo can find my website. And
Yeah, I know. He already sent it to him,
okay.
but he already had it before I
look at
sent it
that.
to him.
Really?
He said, "Oh, I'm on it," and he made the most amazing promo with both of you in it.
What? We want to see this.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it after the show. You can watch it.
Okay.
So anyway, everybody, this is a big deal, and now. I want to also say that
Thank you so
because
much.
Cherry, you were on probably on the
nervous.
subway when
I'm
I was
nervous for you,
talking
but I'm
to.
excited for you.
It's amazing. So everybody, you have to watch After Forever,
Amazon Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video, and Cherry plays Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
And now the other night we were talking, and
Yes.
you said when you talked about Brenda, you talked about her as another person, which I do too as an actor. But I really like that. Like there was this respect you had for this character, and you said, yeah, she's great. She's this, and I'm going to come back to you and talk to you because he plays a lot of different roles. And it's almost like another person you're talking about, right?
Well, I bring some of myself to my characters as well. Brenda is fun, so I bring some of my funness to her.
You're fun.
But I love her because she's a black woman, hey, amen. And she's a lesbian, amen. And I'm a straight woman, and so for me, just getting into that world, diving into the world, I have much respect, and I just can't wait to see where she grows because I'm a big stickler. You know me, I'm very political.
Yes, and that's another reason why I brought you both together on the show. You're both socially conscious people.
Hey,
Yeah.
And I also have a black lesbian deep in.
See, exactly.
Oh,
See?
she is
And,
fabulous.
but Brenda's amazing, and I feel like for me, it's an honor to play her because at the end of the day, representation matters.
Absolutely.
And so, with everything going on with anti-LGBTQ, I feel very honored to be playing a lesbian on TV because of what's happening in the world.
Right.
And I just want to give her as much voice as possible.
I love that. And your co-star, the character that you play against, he's a gay man.
Yes, he's a gay man. In life and on TV.
Okay, so there's a lot of that, and also on your.
I don't know.
I want to go. We could talk for days about this. Let me just go back.
You just outed
I don't know. I don't think I did. I
No,
don't know.
he's married to a guy. Oh my God! You know who's joined us? My cousin Gina Savino.
Gina
and when
Savino.
Gina Savino comes on, we clap. Gina Savino, everybody! It's a thing we do every week. Gina is a hairdresser. She and Joyce works. They work at Joyce's Unisex Salon, 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. So go and see them.
Your farts.
Oh,
Gina, I could use
I know.
my hair did. It's not bad.
Listen, I got hairdressers in New York too, but if Gina and Joyce were here, my sister's a hairdresser, my dad is a hairdresser.
I do know your
Are
dad's
you a hairdresser?
No, but I did. That was my first job. I can cut some hair.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You've always had great
I
hair.
cut my own hair when when I can't get home. I cut my own hair.
I cut my own hair once, but then mom got very upset with me.
Did you have one of those moms that cut your hair?
I did.
Yeah, good for her.
She
She got
cut
upset.
my brother's hair, and she cut my hair, and thought we looked fine because we were mama's boys. So anything she did, we trusted.
I
we thought was
can't
great.
help it. I love
I keep
mama's
touching
boys.
your tush because I love my hand.
Sorry, it's CrossFit. I do a lot of CrossFit.
I don't see.
Shut up! We're kindred. I literally just met him.
No, you are totally. You are totally kindreds.
Wow!
You know what?
Let's feel this tush. It's
Oh
like,
my God! Now there's tush
Oh, we're
feeling
feeling
happening.
tissues.
Well, I'm gonna have to
I
hashtag
love
that.
CrossFit. I do a lot. I do TRX.
Oh,
I
TRX
do
is good.
Power Rush. I do a Run Lab,
What?
and then I do.
And you do CrossFit?
Yeah, we do. It's all at the gym in my building. Hey,
Oh, that's
and they
great.
incorporate all of that into our classes. And so I'll do like last week. Danielle, who I love, who's one of my teachers. We did a lot of BOSU on the TRX at the same time, and then we do circuit training. We do
BOSU.
it.
Do you
Yeah.
know what BOSU stands for?
She told me.
Yes.
She literally just said it, and I can't
Does
remember.
anybody out there know?
Tell me.
Both-
Both?
Both up and down.
No.
Both up.
Side.
Okay, both sides.
Yes,
So you can do
both sides.
of the BOSU.
What's the U?
The both side of the you.
Both sides up.
Both
Both sides up. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can. I usually do the flat side.
See, but
but-
this also very
This
much
is
describes
exciting.
gay sex to me. It's
Oh,
both
oh
sides.
my
Okay.
God.
Oh,
You-
sorry.
now
Did I
it's
just go
explicit.
there? I
Go
just-
there.
Now it's
You know.
explicit.
Well,
I mean,
so my
straight
CrossFit-
sex is like that too.
It's the same.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
I go to
Just
CrossFit.
play hard to get. It works.
Go to-
That's it.
I go to CrossFit NYC.
Oh, where is that?
It's
I'm gonna take a class
the
with you.
largest CrossFit box, I think, in the country.
Okay.
Really?
It is amazing.
Where is
CrossFit
it?
NYC on
It kicks-
28th Street
In Chelsea?
in Chelsea between technically it's called Nomad, but
They
it's
keep changing the
you
names
know,
of
Nomad's a
neighborhoods.
sexier.
It's
name.
hard. It's
great.
my body looks amazing. I think.
It does. I keep.
But
I
I'm
use my
only.
hands. I keep touching your
I was
tush
saying.
down here.
I'm only saying that because it doesn't come easy for me. The
No,
older
you
I
work
get,
really hard
the
on it.
older I get, I have to work really hard. So that's what I'm saying. I'm proud of it because if I miss a day, I'm in there the next day taking 2 extra classes.
And I
But
gotta
I
tell
really,
you, I'm
really-
inspired by both of you because
Oh,
I have seen both your websites, and I've seen also like a lot of because I watched the footage, because before the show, I mean I did anyway, but when I interview people, I like to go on their pages and just catch up. And that was one of the first things I thought of, like, oh my God, these guys are in shape. Now,
Wow.
I
will give that to you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know,
but I also, that's when I cook
get
for my
nervous
guests.
when I'm shirtless scenes.
But we have to work at
Oh
it. Like people think
God.
that
No,
it's a Buena's
no.
way, but I pay
no.
my dues.
Yeah,
I
know
hurt.
you do.
It was hard coming up the stairs today to your house.
And you both, he had a couple auditions, interviews and stuff. You had auditions and you managed to get the CrossFit.
Went this morning. Well, I went to run lap this morning, so my legs are hurting.
Your quads, your hamstrings.
But I was there at 9:30
Good
a.m.
for you.
9:30 a.m.
That is amazing. Now, every week what I do on this show is I cook for my guests. So I always ask them, do we have restrictions, allergies, preferences? So, and then I challenge myself as a creative person. So, Sherry has always said to me, if I come on your show, you have to make me spaghetti with clam sauce, right?
Yes.
Okay, so and I promised you I would, and I did, and I have it here. Now, Yuval said, well, it was Passover, so I can't have...
It is Passover.
It is Passover still, right.
I don't even know what.
So, I can't have pasta.
Oh, that's
today.
right.
No pasta
Love
today.
pasta.
So I said I'm still going to make it for Cherry because I promised her.
course.
So then he said I mostly eat plant-based things. I was like, okay, so no. But he said, but I can have some protein here and there.
Yeah, it's called a mostly plant-based
based.
diet. It doesn't mean all.
Well,
you gotta
I
break
would-
the rules,
yes.
but it's like
A little bit, okay.
mostly.
So I
I do
had
that too,
what I
as
did.
well.
I usually combine and find something, but I made two separate things. Although you can both enjoy them.
He
but
can have the pasta.
well, no, he's not having the pasta.
Yeah.
That's all
But you
yours.
can have whatever
Cherry.
I'm having.
So
Okay.
let me I'm going to start with what I made for Cherry here. Cherry,
Wow.
look at what I made. Now this is just a display plate. I have tons in there.
Oh my gosh!
This is
plate.
Yes, it's just a plate. This is the Italians would call spaghetti alla vongola. So
Spaghetti alla
that is
vongola.
very nice. Spaghetti with clam sauce, and these I got some
Spaghetti della casa
fresh clams.
con vongola
And what I put in here was white wine,
e vino
garlic,
blanco,
parsley,
parsley,
basil,
I don't say parsley.
and shallots.
Oh, love it. I was
Okay.
trying to Italian.
So that's that. Yeah. Now for you, my little Jewish friend,
Oh.
since it's Passover,
Matzo
matzo ball soup.
That is
Wait,
great.
show them the matzo ball.
Well,
Can I-
sorry, I don't want it to spill over.
No, you don't get to spill.
I went to my first Seder on Friday.
You did?
Yes.
First ever?
My
Wow.
my friend Sean, I don't know if he's watching. Hi, Sean. He invited me, and it was my first one, and I brought the kosher wine. I went and brought
What?
kosher wine, and it was the first
I
time
hope
that
it was not mevushal wine.
No,
There are different types of kosher wine. I can give you more
I
information.
have a picture of it. Baruch.
Oh,
There
there you
It
go.
was a black bottle Baruch, and it had the little Hebrew. I was like, this is
Wow.
amazing. And the wine store on my street had it,
Great.
and I just never paid attention to kosher wine. So when I walked in, I was like, do you have kosher wine? And he took me to the back, and there was this whole wall. There's like
Wow.
a lot.
There's
There
a lot,
was a lot of
kosher
them.
wine.
So
See,
I
the
went
things you
and
don't
just
know
went through-
unless, and then when you have to know, all of a sudden there's a whole world.
He brought me a little book, so I followed along.
All right,
with
let
a
me
little book.
continue though.
Okay,
Let me
we're
continue.
gonna revisit
okay,
the
yeah,
book.
okay.
All right, so now
Yeah,
Yuval,
okay.
it is Passover, so Yuval, I made the nice matzo ball soup for you with chicken
Looks
stock,
delicious.
and we can all share this though. I mean,
I don't do chicken.
salmon,
Oh.
delicious salmon with a teriyaki, ginger and
Love it.
garlic
Ugh.
glaze with
Love
also
it.
orange. I squeeze some orange in there, and then there's red peppers, and shallots. Oh, not shallots. I'm sorry, scallions.
Wow.
Green onions. Okay, so that's that.
Oh my
Now,
God.
yes,
Talk
a
about
delicious
plant-based.
salad. Look at this.
Mediterranean.
You know I love a nice salad. What's in here? Red leaf lettuce, orange and red orange and red little peppers, baby peppers, Canadian cucumbers. Did you know that there are Canadian cucumbers? I found them today.
English cucumbers
small
along the
ones.
way.
English, I love. Canadian, they're smaller, but now they're growing them, and I'm a huge fan of
Well,
Canadians.
based on my experience, not everything in Canada.
Well, there you go. Okay, he's back there. He just
What?
can't stop being dirty.
Brum-bum.
It's
Okay.
delayed. Thanks for
So,
that. That was a little delayed.
Canadian cucumbers,
Next time
and then
we'll
there
do
are, what else do I have in here? I put sesame seeds.
Which, by the way, if you ever struggle with sleep or anxiety, sesame tea.
I didn't know
Boiled
that.
Sesame seeds, or white sesame seeds or black sesame seeds.
Yeah.
But the more potent are the black sesame
Wow.
seeds. Make black sesame tea and you'll be
Okay.
sleeping in no time.
All right, and I put some sesame seeds in there, and I'm going to put a fig-infused vinegar
Love.
and an extra virgin olive oil.
I'm not leaving.
No, you're not. Now, since you're both, wait, it's not over.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
over. Since you're both health-conscious people, I didn't want to go with a crazy dessert because I know you're both auditioning all the time. So here is cantaloupe, strawberries, blueberries.
Love.
That is our fruit salad. We're having dessert. However, if we want to be a little bit bad,
We always do.
I always have some I have truffle chocolate eggs. Okay, and Yuval brought me. Yuval,
Oh, I didn't even think. See,
don't worry about it.
okay.
Your
And
energy.
Yuval brought. Can you say this in French again? Because it was so sexy. Say it in
Well,
French again.
Okay, so this is Le Petite Souris
Le
au
Souris
caramel
sont
très
incroyables.
tendre, au chocolat noir et au lait.
Oh, that sounds good. Le petit petit.
Right, that was. You know, I love
Thank
it.
you,
I
thank
love
you.
it.
You know, I think you might get
I have a
an
good
Emmy
ear.
nomination just for that.
Just for that, right? And nominated for her
Wow,
role on What's the Story with Maria, speaking French. Erin Cherry.
You
Yes.
can't keep chocolate in my hands because I eat it.
Yeah, chocolate is really good. All right, so we're gonna have that later if we
Can I
want.
say something?
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
So we were talking about your first Passover Seder that
Yes.
you have.
I
Maria,
love
have
this.
you ever been to a Passover
I have
Seder?
never been to a Seder, no.
What?
I can't believe it.
I
You
learned.
are so Jewish.
I know,
I'm
I
shocked
am.
that you.
Well, aren't we all? Because isn't
Yeah.
that, we all come from the beginning of something, and then,
Absolutely.
I'm Christian, so Christians were Jewish first.
You were
Jesus was Jewish.
And you're Italian, and
So,
the Jews we
it's all-
spread
we all
over
come
the
from-
place. And there are so many. Did you know that 50% of Jewish people are people of color
Yes.
in the world?
I didn't know that.
Most people don't.
I went
think about
to-
that.
I
we
went-
think of how we see Jews in American media.
Well, yes.
Think
Because,
of
you
the
know,
Ethiopian
because-
Jews
Right,
who have
right,
dominated the modeling industry in Israel. They are so like
Well, and you know, Jesus
gorgeous.
was brown, so
He was.
Yeah,
How
well-
could he not be?
how could he not? Be?
Except,
But I
how
went
come
to-
the pictures have them with
Oh,
blue?
because
I'm
because
just
who
teasing.
dominated the narrative
Right,
for so long.
right.
and also
we were
too,
talking about
the
that.
painter painted his boyfriend, for what I understand. The person that he had a crush on. You got to look it up.
I wanna-
Google this. There's a story out there.
You should
You know.
Google it, by the way. Just
Oh
Google
my
it.
gosh.
There
There's
is.
Jubal too?
There is. There's
Jubal
Jubal.
and Jubal?
It actually was bought by Google because it was so funny.
Oh my God. Are you
Wait, wait,
serious?
back to you.
But anyway,
Jesus' boyfriend.
Not Jesus' boyfriend, the painter who painted the
Painted his own
painted
boyfriend.
the picture of Jesus that's
Oh.
popular right now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They say the theory is that he was based on somebody he was dating or in love with or like
Oh,
had.
well,
You know what I-
That's just a theory.
His
That's a
boyfriend
theory.
did CrossFit.
Here's what-
I mean,
he
abs
probably
like
did.
that. The only
Here's
abs
what
like
I
that
think
can make
about-
a sarong sarite. I mean,
You know what I think about
What?
any spiritual figure?
Mm-hmm.
You will see what you want to see. And
Absolutely.
I believe, and I also believe that God is what you believe God to be. So that, like every religion believes in God. They just call God a different name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the same thing with what you see. It's the same thing with heaven, I believe. Heaven is what you want heaven to be, what your perception of heaven would be. So, and God is what your perception of God. So it is kind of all correct, and yet, historically speaking, it's good for us to visit all the different theories.
you know what? I'm going
Historically,
to,
historically,
I'm going
it's
to both
important.
agree and disagree. I
Yeah, I like that.
agree with all the elements of love and positivity, but I disagree with your comment that it's all correct, because for me, it's only correct if you love your fellow person as much as you love yourself.
Oh,
And if
absolutely.
you say that is whoever you speak about as God isn't God, that's where it's not correct.
Right.
for me.
No, I agree. But what I'm
And
saying
maybe
is,
you just saw this
just like you
happen
accepted
Sri
in,
Lanka.
just as you accepted in yourself,
That was awful.
you accepted in others. Like my God is no more important than your God or anyone else's. We have to respect each other.
One of the things that I appreciate about being able to read the Bible in its original Hebrew is that I get to read words that have been translated in so many different languages in complete,
Really?
and they lose their meaning. So God in the Bible is sometimes described as in the feminine form, and is sometimes described in the masculine form,
Wow,
and
that's
it's sometimes
interesting.
actually described as ruach hachaim, the wind of life, like
Wow.
the spirit of life.
Just like the word Adam,
Word Adam?
like Adam,
You made that?
because the way patriarchy takes Adam, it says Adam was here first, but then Adam was just not even a gender.
Oh, wow.
But I go to a
See,
church that's big on
I love that.
historical, and we definitely are into the Hebrew and the
I love this.
translation.
This is beautiful and
and
fascinating.
we're very much into it has to be historically correct.
wonderful.
So that's
I mean, sometimes
love that.
you know when I've gone because
You learn so much, don't you?
Hi, FCBC. That's
Who's
my
FCBC?
church. I go to
Oh, that's your
FCBC
church?
on 116th and Adam Clayton Powell, yes.
Wait, what is FC? Oh, that's your.
That's
oh,
the
that
church
was
I
your
go to.
church.
That's my church. I'm just saying hello, just in case, they
In
watch
case they're
later.
out there.
Yeah, you
Well,
never know.
Listen,
That's
now
nice.
we're going to share the show. I'll share it on all my sites, and you'll share it on your sites.
Should
Now,
we share
listen.
this now? What is happening?
Well,
We're
don't
all
worry.
pulling
we'll
out
share
our
it.
phones. It's like being.
No,
it's like
I have
those-
to check the
It's
time.
like those 20-somethings who go out on
I
a
know.
date and sit across from each other just to hold their phones and don't even look.
Maybe they're texting
This
each
is
other,
a
though.
story I wanted to
I'm gonna
share
look
with
at
you.
you. I'm gonna look at
So
you.
you were at your first Seder.
Yes.
Our Seder,
Mhm.
we went down to Maryland, just outside of D.C.,
Mhm.
where my family is, and we had our. Now, my mother, Ziva, who's fabulous.
Mhm.
and-
What a great name.
Oh, she's Ziva the
Ziva.
Diva. I mean,
Ziva.
it's-
I love
she's
it.
Wonderful. And my nephew, we all went to Charleston, South Carolina
Mhm.
for a trip, just the three of us, before Passover.
Oh, nice.
And now, I've only lived in area in New York City and in Los Angeles. And I'm first generation American. So my Americanness is very started with me and being the child of immigrants.
Oh,
Yeah, me
nice.
too.
Mhm.
But one
I'm first
reason I'm
generation.
mentioning this, since you mentioned social action and
Right.
being socially conscious,
Which you both
one
are
of the
completely.
most heartbreaking and challenging moments of being was recognizing that 40% of slaves that were survived the Middle Passage from Africa to the Americas or to British colonies went through Charleston, South Carolina,
that
went through
true?
those ports.
Didn't know that.
And there was this one image at the Slave Mart Museum, which was when people decided it wasn't genteel to sell slaves in the street. They wanted to stick that indoors. So they still did it, but it just wasn't in public. There was this image there that showed how slaves were transported like beams of wood stacked. And it was such a painful image for me, especially just before Passover. We talk about once we were slaves, but now we are free. And now we must live like kings and queens, like royalty, because once we were slaves. Going to Charleston, South Carolina, walking around a plantation, taking this tour called From Slavery to Freedom, instead of taking a garden tour or the big house tour, the main house tour, and learning that the From Slavery to Freedom tour is the least popular tour. Theirs are on it.
People don't want to do. They don't
People
want to.
Right, they don't want to
They
look
don't.
at
They
it.
don't want. They don't want to interfere because we're like one of the, we as a country, unlike other countries, have not yet started the reconciliation and healing.
Oh, it's
in
going
the
to take
conversation.
generations. It's going
Yeah, but you know what?
So a
If
lot of people don't want to
If
face
people are continue to do the good work that they're doing, and you two are two of those people.
But that's why Passover is important. What is Passover about? It's about retelling the story, teaching the younger generations about the past to make sure that the past won't happen again, but that we can color the future based on the past.
Right.
So, I just had to say that.
Oh, no,
It was
say
a
it.
point, and that was it. That was your favorite, your first Passover. And
It
this
was
such a
really,
meaningful Passover.
it was really exciting, yeah.
Well,
And for me, it was really exciting because I've been to Shabbat like a couple of years ago. A friend of mine.
You're coming over for
And-
Shabbat at mine.
Okay,
telling
and
you,
it was
this
my
is a
first,
kind of-
but I'm open to that because I want to know. And
Yes.
it's, and especially with Jesus, who I think Jesus was a revolutionary. I'm a Jesus freak.
Yeah.
He was a Jew, so I was like, I want to know. I want to know the traditions that he
Right.
did.
I went to Catholic school, so I mean, that's what I grew up with. But I have friends across the board, and I that's what I mean. Like we're all connected.
Yeah, and I want to be open.
You know, we're all
I actually
connected.
wrote something
I just wanna be
down
open.
I want to share with you based on what you're saying. I just wrote it down as I was on here, that we all must be upstanders, not bystanders. People are more the same than different. Maya Angelou, because I thought of Maya Angelou earlier today, and she wrote, people are more alike than unlike. So I turned it into people are more the same than. And if we can just give each other hugs instead of hate, we can.
Well, that's why you hugged me when I walked in.
Look at that, and you hugged him back.
Yeah,
I like
love
the
it.
hugging energy.
Yeah, I
That's,
love
And
it.
look at Rizzo now. Now she's out like a light. Look at that.
that's a great way to
Yeah,
sleep.
Rizzo, she's just like, okay, so we don't have that much time left. I can't
Okay,
believe
that's okay.
we have about maybe 6 minutes.
Okay.
So, why don't you each take a little time and you can use it any way you want. You want to tell people about what's, like, you've done so many things. You've done the Cherry Lane Theater, Manhattan Theater Club.
And I just got back. I was in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Center for Performing Arts. I was doing loved it. They treated us so well.
Yeah.
And I was doing a play there called Last Night and the Night Before by Donetta Lavinia Grays. And it was about family. I played a lesbian, and I think I'm going to play a woman for a while. Because once they see what you can do, they they just want to. And like I said, representation matters. But it's basically about family that you pick and family that you don't pick, and how conflict can happen, but how love can overcome the conflict, regardless if you're gay or straight.
Right.
And I don't want to give it away because it may come to New York.
And what's the name of the show again?
It's called Last Night and the Night Before, and we sold out every night. The theater recouped before we even opened.
Wow, I love it.
And so, and I'm back, just on the market as far as hustling and auditioning. But next week I'll be in LA for 7 days, and we'll see, and I'll let you know if I win or not. But it doesn't matter. The fact that I can just say Emmy nominated for the rest of my life in front of my name, that alone is like
that's incredible.
That's huge.
And please don't forget to look up After Forever. It's
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. And Cherry plays Brenda.
Yes.
So you will see her. And you look great. You look great, yeah. Well, you're beautiful.
You mean on the
anyway.
show or right now?
You look great now, and
I'm looking at my eyes like, Lord. Okay,
no, you look
great.
I'm looking at you. You look
Now,
great.
Yuval, what do you want to? We have a few minutes left. How do you want to use it?
Gosh, well, I'm lucky to be a working actor and TV host, hosting shows, travel shows. I also
And you're really
produce
good. I mean, I love following you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I was performing in the New Works Festival at Gulf Shore Playhouse. I've done a tremendous amount of readings. I do voiceovers for documentaries and for a new Disney show. But what I love is I produced nearly a dozen web series, which on YouTube, youtube.com/Yuval David. That's
user joined your channel.
And
Hold on one second. Jimmy, how much time do we have? You might come back in.
Well,
You got about 6 minutes.
Oh,
6 and
okay.
a half.
Thank you, sweetheart.
5 and a half, rather. 6.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, so go ahead, because I
So
don't want
it's
you to be cut off.
I have this new concept that I created because whenever I'm not in a show, on a play or on a TV show, whatever, I try to constantly create content.
Yes, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel too.
What is that? Please tell everybody about it.
I have a YouTube channel called Sundays with a Cherry on Top.
Love it.
SUNDAY with the S at the end. And basically, I have one season out. I have 6 episodes, and the show is about Black culture in New York City and the arts.
And you interview.
And I go around, I interview artists. I have the executive producer of the Apollo, Camilla Forbes, on there.
Wow.
Camilla and I used to do theater together.
Come
So
on, this
I
is
love
like
it. No, I love
I knew you guys were gonna love
We
it.
started in hip hop theater together.
oh
We,
my God, I love
when
it.
hip hop theater started.
You guys brought that
I was
place.
I was in.
I'm telling you, I
Yes.
knew
to
this
meet
was gonna
Claudia
be.
Alec as well, who's one of the first
Really?
hip hop theater playwrights.
Okay.
Also started in DC. Oh,
But
yeah,
Camilla,
we're talking.
we're gonna talk. We're
Yeah,
talking.
you're
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
for a show about that.
Look at so that's and I have Kendra Fraser, who is the lead executive director of the Hope Center, which is in Harlem, and it's free therapy sessions for men and women of color, specifically African Americans
And
who
you're really
cannot
good
find.
as a hostess.
Oh, I am?
A host.
Okay, well,
Really
check it
good.
out. Let me know what you think. Sundays with the Cherry on Top.
That's
You can
on
find me
YouTube.
on YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
And you can find it, and I'm going to follow you. I'm going to
I'm
find
gonna
you.
follow you.
Yes.
Yeah, follow each other. You guys are going to be friends. I
Oh my
can tell.
God, I can't believe you brought us together. So, speaking of all this
I
goodness,
am. I'm good like that.
So I have a
I'm
show
good like that. I'm good with instincts.
on YouTube that I host and called Better World with Yuval David, where I interview different people who are trying to make this world a better place.
How
One
great
of
is that?
The most important things for me is to eventually leave this world as a better place than when I
Too.
love.
Oh my God, that's what I started my show.
And then there's
love
the
it.
one that I'm also really excited about is called One Actor Short, where I go out onto the streets of New York City with my full crew, with my camera people, my audio, my line producers, and I'm the only actor, and we improvise with random strangers on the street.
Oh my God.
And create this whole film experience. and then we create a short film based on these random
that's
experiences.
great.
One actor short.
When is your what sign are you? Are you a Sagittarius?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries.
When is that?
March 27th for me.
Oh,
So you
I
just
love
had
March
a.
people.
How about you?
I'm a Gemini, May 31st.
Me too.
Oh.
May 21st. We have birthdays coming up,
And
Gemini.
I have so many wonderful
Oh my God,
Pisces
now-
in my life. Oh, my brother, he's a Pisces.
Wow.
I'm an Aries.
She's
Oh,
an Aries.
sorry, you're an Aries.
Well,
Look at
Pisces
me, like,
are-
March people.
Yeah.
So give it to you.
Because there's some
Wow.
Aries that are in April,
Yeah, that's true.
but he's a March people.
He's a March. He's a March.
So he's at the end.
But April's a wonderful month.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
you're not a Gemini.
what I called the show in the podcast, which you can find on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. It's What's the Story with Maria. Just type that in, it'll come up. It's Yuval David, Erin Cherry, I don't know who's first there, but I call the show Actors in Action because you're not just actors that when I think of both of you, I think of movement. There's always something continuing. There's always something happening. Something is coming through you. It's always going forward. So I want to thank you for being those type of people. And I look at both your Facebook pages, and you're always posting about stuff that matters. And words do matter.
Yes.
And what you post matters. And sometimes people just don't know. And they'll see something on Facebook and they'll read that article and think about it. So let me see how much time we have, because I don't want to cut you. We have about maybe a minute left, Jimmy.
Well, you know what? While we figure out how much time we have.
Yeah, you got about a minute, less than that.
Less than a minute.
Then you do it. Go for it.
No, I was just going to thank them both. I want to thank Erin Cherry. I want to thank Yuval David. Please follow them. All the links are there. Leo has put all the links there. You can follow them. I've added them here. And please come back and see our show every week. We're here at 9 p.m. Eastern. Facebook Live. Look at, he is modeling everything. Now, we're going to eat delicious food. We want to thank Jim Bell. He is our producer and engineer.
Thank you,
I
Jim
would
Bell.
be lost without
Thank you,
Jim
Jim.
Bell.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Leo.
You're all welcome.
Okay.
Amazing.
Come back
amazing,
next-
beautiful person who attracts
I'm all right.
amazing people and makes them.
I knew they wouldn't get along. All right, come back next week. We love and appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Jim.
Fine with me to